Imagine waking up in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. No land, no rescue, no hope. Just you, a broken raft, and the endless sea, ready to swallow you whole. For 29-year-old American sailor Steven Callahan, this nightmare wasn't fiction. It was real. It began on February 4th, 1982, when his boat, Napoleon Solo, vanished beneath the waves. I'm going to die all alone, in the middle of the ocean, with no hope anymore, he thought. 76 days. That's how long he drifted, lost between the Canary Islands and the Caribbean. No land, no radio, only the Atlantic. And himself. Before the storm, Stephen had been chasing a dream, a solo adventure across the Atlantic. He'd sailed from the U.S. to the Canary Islands, and now, 3,500 miles back home, the journey promised freedom. My marriage had fallen apart. My life was a mess. Out there, I didn't need anyone. I just wanted peace, freedom, and silence, he remembered. For the first week, the sea was perfect. Gentle winds, bright skies. He exercised on deck, played music, laughed into the wind. For once, he felt alive, as if the ocean was listening to him breathe. Then, everything changed. The sky darkened. The waves grew taller. The wind roared like a living thing. Stephen had faced bad weather before. He told himself it would pass. So that night he set the autopilot, crawled into his bunk, and closed his eyes. A sudden, deafening crash. Water rushed in. Cold, dark, unstoppable. His boat was dying beneath him. There was just this huge flood of water, rising so fast. I thought, I'm going to the bottom, he recalls. He fought to reach the deck, the life raft, his only chance. Seconds from drowning, the raft finally burst open. He threw himself inside, gasping, soaked, alive. But everything that could save his life was still down there, inside the sinking boat. Two choices: stay in the raft and die slowly, or dive back into the black water, into the wreck, for a chance to live. Against every instinct, he dove. Cold, dark water surrounded him. He groped blindly, found the emergency kit, and began cutting it free. Then, the hatch slammed shut, trapped. No light, no air, pressure crushing in. If I don't get out right now, I'm dead. 100%, he thought. A massive wave slammed the boat. Air returned, seconds to spare. He surfaced, clutching his kit. The wreck was gone. He was adrift, a single man, floating in an infinite ocean. The first night was brutal, cold, wet, terrifying. He shivered uncontrollably, wondering if he'd survive until dawn. I'm a tiny thing, surrounded by this immensity. It's overpowering. Totally overpowering, he said. No radio, no hope that anyone was looking for him. Weeks earlier, he had warned family and friends. If I don't show, don't worry. Now, reality was painfully clear. He was alone, completely alone. With only a few pints of emergency water, he realized survival wasn't guaranteed. Every drop counted. Every choice could mean life or death. He discovered 3 solar stills, old survival tools to extract fresh water from seawater. Trial after trial, failure after failure. The salt water refused to transform. Exhausted, starving, mentally drained, he wrote his own epitaph. My name is Steven Callahan. I was shipwrecked, drifting in a 6-man raft. I'm doomed, totally doomed. But surrender wasn't an option. He remembered how survivors collected rainwater. Using the raft's canopy, he captured the sky's scarce bounty. First attempts were undrinkable, contaminated, but he persisted, experimenting, adjusting, learning. Finally, a spoonful at a time, water kept the fire of life burning. Food remained a problem. Nearly a week passed without eating. He tried fishing with a spear, risking everything. Every failure crushed him deeper. I just couldn't spear one. Nothing worked. The most hellish time of my life, he admitted. On day 14, a fish, a tiny, struggling fish, a glimmer of hope. Survival wasn't just about food or water. It was about keeping the mind sharp, staying vigilant, resisting despair. Every wave, every shark, every failed attempt, a test. Every morning, choosing to live. Every night, fighting sanity. By day 50, he had survived the unthinkable, not because the ocean spared him, but because he refused to die. He mastered survival, extracting water, catching fish, rationing every calorie. Shipping lanes came and went like ghosts. Ships passed, engines roaring. None stopped. Every sighting, hope, crushed, hunger, isolation, sharks, storms. Still, he persisted. Mental strength sharpened. Resilience grew. Survival was as much mental as it was physical. On the 76th day, a ship appeared. Engines humming, lights cutting the darkness, flares fired, hands waved, heart pounding. Finally, rescue. April 20th, 1982. After 76 days adrift, Steven Callahan was saved. I couldn't believe it. I was finally safe. After all those days, all that fear, all that isolation. I survived, he said, trembling. Steven emerged from the abyss, changed forever. He had